page out here. Disconnected from the internet. Are we live? Okay. All right, we'll call to order this. I got the right agenda up. I think I do. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, there it is. Okay. September 23, Appointment and Alignment Committee, 5:30 p.m. And seeing no public. Is there anybody online? Oh, okay, so no public comment. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Moved.
Support?
Move support. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. All right, anyone care to make the approval for the minutes motion?
Support the agenda.
I'm sorry. Well, we just did the agenda. I'll read the motion and then somebody can make a move on it. Approval of the minutes, a motion to approve the minutes from August 12, 2025, Appointment and Alignment Committee meeting.
So moved. Support.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Agenda and action requests. Item 1, Economic Development Corporation and Brownfield Redevelopment Authority appointment. The suggested motion is to place into nomination and forward to the board chairperson the names of Calvin Brinks, Christopher Bennett, Jack Vandermolen, and to select one to fill the Economic Development Corporation and Brownfield Redevelopment Authority vacancy for one term beginning immediately and ending December 31, 2025.
So moved.
Call it moved and supported. All right, any comments? Anybody have a preference or need more information? Ron, do you want to tee us off? Actually, go for it.
Sure. This is a blended committee. It's the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority and the Economic Development Corporation. They both have separate enabling statutes. I tried to lay out here what the methodology is for selecting members. As to the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority, the enabling statute is silent on how to do that. The bylaws say that there should be an appointment. Let's see, where's it here? Good for the expiration. It's a chairperson appointment for the unexpired term. There's no ratification required by the Board of Commissioners. The Economic Development Authority has a more restrictive requirement that the Board of Commissioner chairman appoint. And this is done with the advice and consent of the Board of Commissioners, which essentially is ratification. My position is that the enabling statute that I've just mentioned, the most restrictive methodology is what would control, and therefore there should be a chairperson appointment and ratification by the Board of Commissioners. It also should be within 30 days, which I don't think we've done. I don't think that necessarily means that the appointment is not proper. But that's I think a goal, but it's not always achieved. So that's where we are.
I'll share tidbits from behind the scenes and then we'll open it up to you guys. I did talk to Chair Teeples and he did request, as he has in the past with other appointments that he's responsible for, that we select and recommend a name to him. He did request one name in this application. And I did check with Becky Hudinka, who is the staff liaison on this board. And she reached out to Calvin Brinks, Christopher Bennett, and Jack Vandermolen to see if they would be willing to serve the remainder of the term through the end of 2025. They all indicated that they would be happy to get their feet wet and learn more about it by sitting on the board. The time-sensitive nature of the appointment has to do with the Economic Development Corporation. I've sat on these two boards for about 6 years, and the EDC lays relatively dormant unless needed. And I think we've only had one bond proposal that the EDC has approved, and that was 3 years ago for a Warm Friend out of Holland. And at the end of, I believe it was August, Becky got an indication from Hope College that they would be looking to do a bond issuance, and they would benefit from having the full faith and credit of the county behind them. In order for that to happen, the EDC has to have at least one more member on it that we appoint for the remainder of this term. So that is why there's a little bit of urgency to do so. And the application portal was open for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something. It was open for a period of time. We got 0 applicants. And so that was the initiative to reach out to those 3. So there's the backstory. I will turn it over to the committee for comments, and if anybody has anybody they like, I think they're all qualified. I'll just say that. We
Do
already
you just want to
discussed.
just vote on these, Josh, or
However you guys want to do it.
I think we did that last time, worked out well.
You said they're all qualified. Is there any recommendations from other people that you would think of or know, or?
I do not. I know that we reviewed them. If anybody has strong opinions, I'm fine with that. All right. Well, how did we vote last time then? You guys remember what we did?
Go around, say name.
Typically, yeah, well, I'll call roll and then you just say the last name of the individual that your preference is for, and then tally them.
See who's got the most votes. Okay, go for it. Well, Justin, would you call the roll?
I would be honored to. Mr. Kyers,
Banner Mullen.
Mr. Zylstra,
Bennett.
Mrs. Miedema,
Vandermeulen.
Mr. Jortsma. Bennett, sorry. And Mr. Bruger.
Okay, get the tiebreaker. Vandermeulen sounds great.
All right, and we have the winning candidate of Jack Vandermeulen.
All right, so we will notify Chair Teeples that that is the individual, and actually I will, because we meet in 60 minutes, and we'll fill the name in on that list. Thank you to Calvin and Christopher as well for being willing to step up. We do have a multitude of openings that are coming up for appointments for next year. So if you weren't appointed this time, please do look into that. Next item, discussion items, update from staff. Does staff have any updates? Ron, is that you or Regina?
Have nothing.
Okay,
What-
yeah, I got a question too, but go ahead, Allison.
Just
Yeah.
a point of inquiry for Ron, based on what we just went through. I guess I still have a question, how it's currently worded on the Board of Commissioner packet. I understand what you just brought forward, appointing by the chair, but you talked about using the most restrictive enabling statute, and that talked about with the advice and consent of the BOC, which the BOC, from my understanding, is the body of the whole, not a subcommittee. And so I'm just wondering if it should be going on again, just like what we just did here with the full board versus just putting in a name and then just having us ratify that under consent. Does that make sense? What I just said, I know that was a mouthful.
So, well, if, I believe that advice and consent is the same thing as ratification. And I think you can do that by consent.
Well, the reason why I say is it says the advice and consent of the BOC, and I interpret that to be the full BOC. And so at the moment, we've had us speak. I don't know if there's any other board members that would want to provide advice and to be actually vote on the names to be brought forward in a similar manner to the chair. At the moment, it's just a few people on the board.
I think what she's asking is, could we redo the vote at the BOC, right?
And typically, when we forward something to the board, we take another vote. It doesn't go under consent. We put it as another action item.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So we would vote again as the full board, and then John would select a name, and then we would vote to ratify again.
I mean, it would be nice to point out the results of the vote here, but obviously in the BOC, people can vote how they want, right?
Correct.
I don't understand why we would vote
Well-
twice at the full board level.
I think what Allison is saying is since
On the
the
consent, no.
stipulation is the BOC is the one who does the recommendation, not this committee, that we should just re-vote at BOC.
Is it?
Well,
is
you're
it
making
on
a
the-
recommendation to the chairperson. The
Yep.
chairperson can select somebody else. You're making.
It's not a big deal, Ron, but what Allison is saying, since the stipulation is the BOC makes the recommendation, they should make the recommendation.
We are
If I
voting.
understand what you're saying.
We are not the BOC.
No,
It's,
so
the-
we are
making
voting.
a recommendation because I believe that's the process that Chairperson Teeples would like. But ultimately, it's his decision, his alone. And then you ratify it or don't ratify it as a full board.
I understand, but we don't get the full advice of the full BOC. I understand that when we get to the full board, that they may not have a single thing to say on this item. They might take all of our thoughts and we go, yeah, that looks great.
So I guess we're debating the legal definition of the word advice.
That sounds like it.
Yeah, so
It's
Well,
not
of-
defined.
Advice and consent of the BOC.
It's not
yes.
defined, so.
I went over this with staff a couple of times and looked at it a few different ways and where we landed, and in consult with John. The preference was to put this as an action item on the agenda. John would bring forth whatever name it is that we recommended, which is how the motion is written on our next upcoming agenda, item 8A. And then we would vote to approve him or not approve that person. So the full BOC will vote on this.
And I think we can have a discussion during that time. I just don't know if it's necessary to vote beforehand, have John nominate and then vote again. I think if it's on the agenda, then we're fulfilling the statutory requirements of advice and consent. Personally.
Yeah. Actually, this is kind of fun, just because we got him in.
I
I'm just
figured
thinking-
we had more time to go through this right now versus later, so that was,
But-
in case anyone else had the same question I do. Haven't had anyone reach out to me with the question on this, but
Just out of curiosity, how does the statute read compared to a Supreme Court justice nomination? I know you don't have the answer, Ron, but I'm thinking a president picks somebody, they go before the full Senate, the Senate votes up or down. They don't debate the other 8 people that the president thought he ought to or was thinking about.
Yeah,
appointing.
I think generally that's what happens, but then, you go through a committee process to get to the full Senate on a nomination. But,
Yeah.
if you want to give some teeth to the word advice, that's your call.
Well, good. But
So
for
you
our
certainly-
purpose,
You could
yeah,
certainly open it up to comments or something before a final vote is taken, and then
Sure.
that would be an opportunity to.
and as the motion's written, there'll be an opportunity for people to comment. Yep, I don't like the guy. Nope, I want somebody else. Anyway, all right, public, God, is that it? No other evidence? Somebody cleared their throat?
No, I just have a quick question.
I have-
To save time at the board meeting, thank you for sending out the policy. Just to clarify that CMH appointments, we'll see those December 1 then? Cool. So we don't have to change the language inside their policy.
Talking about the appointment alignment committee updates on the next agenda? Yes.
Yes, we had talked
Or
about
Julian.
CMH being, what's that?
I did add the month of December in that one. Excuse me, that isn't you.
Okay,
I agree. I agree with you on that. too.
okay.
That was general consensus, so.
Yeah, cool.
Good call.
I'm not sure what we're talking about.
You don't have a mic, Regina.
We-
They can hear you out there.
The change to we had talked about the 4 months and the 9 months. The change was 4 months and basically January 1. But since CMH falls, was it March 1? No, April 1, sorry. CMH posting would have to be on December 1 to get that 4-month window.
Yes.
And it seems like that was actually captured in the policy. Cool.
Right.
Didn't catch that. Thank you.
Hey, we have public comment, but before we do that, may I ask a question? The Survey Monkey thing that we did to find out when we're meeting, do you need anybody else? Did we all, are you missing anybody? You don't need to call out names, just say, I need a few more people to respond.
I know, it's me.
Okay, all right.
I know it's me.
Okay, all right.
That's right. I got 45 minutes now.
Oh, here you go, you got it, so.
Might have changed by then. It'd be nice.
Oh, you might
you
want to resend that.
Resend it
Yeah.
again because it's been a while. So I may
That'd be
have
good.
dates that have now conflicted with your times you sent.
That would be great.
Okay.
Yeah, resend it. If you want to resend it right now, just Jordan has 45 minutes, so that'd be good. All right, thank you on that. That'll be good. All right, public comment. Would anyone care to make? Nope, seeing nope, okay. In that case, we are adjourned